This video is going to be unscripted, and you'll probably be able to tell throughout the entire thing, but wanted to do something old school, just me in front of a camera on YouTube. Here we go. So recently, with the leak of the newest Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, I have seen a big influx of Avatar: The Last Airbender fans and opinions coming up again, and it's really weird. I've realized that a lot of animated spaces in anime, video games, all of those spaces seem to have a lot of strife and arguing over opinions and critical analysis of characters that don't exist. And I always wondered why everyone gets in such a tizzy and so upset about it. But now I remembered a lot of those people don't have any personality. So these franchises, these characters, these people, these fictional people that they see are really important to them and kind of feel like friends to them. And they can't seem to look at it in a critical sense instead of just taking it incredibly personally, because all of these are works of art, so they can have critical analysis. There are going to be places and pieces that you like and pieces that you dislike, and people should be able to have that opinion, and we should be able to talk about it without throwing insults at each other, which in those spaces just doesn't make any sense. As someone in that space, I don't understand why it's like this. So in an attempt to try and have a civilized conversation or a civilized critique, I am going to say one thing and see if people will either yell at me in the comments. If you do, go right ahead. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. Or two, see if we could have a nuanced conversation, surprise, nuanced conversation is what I'm looking for here. But what I'm going to say is that I personally do not really like the arc and character that is Avatar Aang. Like, I'm not a big fan of him, which I'm sure right here is where all of the hate will start. Now, when I say I don't like him, it doesn't mean that I absolutely hate the character. It doesn't mean that I wish the show didn't exist. I love the show. I love the characters in the show. I love a lot of the time and work and writing that went into the show. It's just that with Aang, it felt like his entire arc throughout the series culminated in something where he's just given the solution to a problem that he's had throughout the entire series, which is pacifism. He's been a pacifist this entire series, and we never really get to see him fully and truly grip with the idea that he himself may have to let go of that ideal to actually save the world, which is what most avatars have to do. And yes, I do know that in the end, he ended up getting the power to energy bend from the lion turtle, but that lies the problem. It wasn't a solution that he came up with. It was a solution that was given to him after arguing against every other avatar before him. Now, if he had developed this ability himself and had learned how to do this himself as a means to fight against the ideals that all of the other avatar had, then I wouldn't have any problem with this. There would be no issue. It would be actually a really good character writing, but I just feel like it was bad character writing having this man, or boy rather, go through an argument with several of his former selves, airbenders included, talking about how pacifism is an ideal that he has and that he cannot let it go, just for him to wrestle for a few minutes about, man, I might have to kill somebody, and then in the same place he's in, they just give him the answer. Did not like it. Just didn't like it. Yeah, that's pretty much all this video is. It's not a long video. I just wanted to say one simple thing with a simple critique that I can see if anybody else can agree or disagree in a civilized way in the comments. It's more of a social experiment than it is anything else, but I wanted to get back on YouTube, and this seemed like a fun way to do that. And I also wanted to deal with the idea of having negative comments in my comment section, or dislikes, and all of that other things that make people afraid to post themselves in spaces. So yeah, If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try and be a little bit more candid here and talk about the things that I like, love, enjoy, and in a critical space, and in, you know, just loving things. But if you don't like it, then dislike, comment down below and let me know why you don't like it. It's fine. We're having a conversation here. Just try to be civil with the conversation. Don't insult anyone. Try to work through all of these things in a way that comes to a civilized conclusion. Because I want to see if that's even possible in these spaces. I feel like it is. I feel like if people could just talk about the things that they love, we'd find a lot more community in having real constructive conversations about our likes, dislikes, critical analysis, and just our feelings about the things that we enjoy and not taking it so personally. So, hope you have a great day. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.